Huawei's investment in tech, it's getting noticed. Why it's getting noticed? Because they did a whole article about it. Why is Huawei doing this? So here's the article. TNT students partake in Huawei conference when Huawei Technologies launched its inaugural Seeds of the Future program after sneeze. Right. Thanks for the cola. Yeah. This year that figure has risen to more than 4 out of every 10. Oh, no. Oh, they are highlighting that 4 out of every 10 participants are women.
Yeah, and I think I saw 6 out of 10 from Trinidad were women.
Yes, correct.
You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a good thing, you know. Traditionally, you don't see much women heading down this route. So it's something I hope would continue.
Well, I hope so too. But the thing that they do, I don't know if it's like an internship or something, but they just went to wherever this place is, and they got digital skills training. Yeah, Costa Rica. So the 92 students learned about new technological trends, participated in classes taught by Central American Institute of Business Administration, strengthened their soft skills, and shared with mentors, industry experts, and regional organizations topics that will help them in their future professional careers. So it's not really a training or internship or whatnot. It's basically they went to a conference.
Like a workshop, yeah.
Yeah, like a workshop.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to, I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you go to workshops and stuff like that, the biggest takeaways just be, I guess, networking, you know, and trying to absorb, learn as much as what, you know, other people might be doing other projects. And, you know, the networking, building our relationships, because, you never know later on in your professional life. You know, you can.
Like, hey, you were in Dominican Republic. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, you was the Trini. Yeah, thing. I kind of wanted to see them do more training. I know they had another program where they had interns for like when they take interns from university and whatnot, and they teach them different skills. I think that will go nice for us because when it comes to like technology implementation. From our university students, we kind of limited to what you learn in your degree. And some of the things that you learn in your degree, even though you have like practical projects and those sort of things, it doesn't always, I mean, I haven't been in a university for almost 10 years, 20 years, 15 years. So I don't want to learn it now. Yeah,
like from my experience, your degree... Like, all right, I'll talk from the perspective of how you graduate. I'm not sure how UTT does do it. You know, from how you graduate, your degree is kind of like a foundation, you know, in terms of preparing you and giving you a good base in terms of like programming or networking or whatever. And then when you go out to the work or the job site, it's up to you to build on it, and you need to have that drive to build on it and adapt what you learn to your new environment. You know, so that's
like my developer, one of our past students, right? I would have taught her in A-levels, and she went on to do computer science and get her degree and all that kind of stuff. But when it's time for us to work and build an app and thing, there's so much things to learn. Like so much things we just bounce up like, oh, you have to do this. Oh, you have to do that. Oh, you have to do that. The amount of documentation you have to read. You spend like half your day just reading through documentation to figure out how to implement one thing. Because I don't think a degree in technology, of course, can prepare you for a career in technology. You need to get some sort of practical.
You need some experience, like an internship.
Yeah, to be in some fire now. Yeah, be some. Like I go on the other day, somebody telling me the app now coming up on the App Store. I was like, what? Not available in your region. I was like, what are you talking about? The app was working? I forget that the Apple developer console, the Apple developer backend, they don't auto charge a credit card. You have to go and manually pay for it every single year.
Yeah, the $100.
I like, but all you could have just, you have a credit card information, just auto charge it. Of course, I want the app to stay there.
Yeah.
But, and just learning little things like that, I think like Huawei and whatnot doing these things, you really had to get driven people who want to learn. And when they go anywhere and they get the information or they get the experience, they should lap it up. I'm just not 100% sure if they feel motivated to, let me say you go and learn about Docker and buckets and them kind of thing. And then you come back and you're working for the ministry and they have server to 2003.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big disconnect we have, you know. Like even regular graduates, you do stuff in a degree and then you go out into the job market.
Spreadsheet.
I was talking to somebody the other day, a couple of people, and the job market right now, like since I graduate, that was like not so long ago, not 15 years.
My graduation is, mine is 15 years ago. Right? Cool.
Say about 13 years ago, right? That's still plenty time. Anyway, yeah, say about 13 years ago. He was talking to me and whatever, and he was like, yeah, right now I'm making so and so, and you know, he's working like 3, 4, 5 years, and he making less than the amount I made when I now graduate.
When you started, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
that the job market too, in terms of like the amount of money employers could pay right now, and nowhere close to market value because
but I mean, it was like,
businesses struggle.
Like
it was like
I graduate. Like even while I was a student, people making less than that, and the amount of work people doing as well compared to the amount we paying in the job market, it don't match up. Some people.
In defense of that, the same thing has happened in the US. When I talked to, can't remember who I was talking to, but they asking for a lot from one person these days when it comes to technology, where only the big companies that separate like front end and back end. But anytime you go in one of them, not even small companies, medium-sized companies, them like, you gotta do the front end and the back end too. Don't worry, this person will trade you. Where if you bounce up a problem, ask them, but we need to get this done.
Yeah, I mean, by me, I don't know the front end, the back end, I don't know Linux, I don't know everything. I don't know how to patch a server.
Yep, and you can't make a mistake. But you're afraid to keep asking questions to make it look like you don't know what you're doing. And it'll be a little tough. So when it comes to technology, I think the boom of tech jobs being like the highest paying kind of dream job, that kind of thing, now it's work. It's real work now. And you're going to sit down, and the best you could hope for is like you have a remote job where you're going to have more time. But when you sit down to do a tech job, you're working from morning to night. Well, not tonight, but morning to 8 to 4. Yeah. With 1 hour lunch in between. Because that's more economy issue. That's more global economy issue, because when you're transitioning from oil and gas, there's like a big fight to hold on to this oil and gas economy.
Yeah, but all right, okay. We transitioning from oil and gas, right? But what are we transitioning to?
I talk in general. Me talk about Trinidad and Tobago right now, okay? Because if we talk about Trinidad and Tobago, the conversation will only go one particular direction. But the world on a whole, right, is transitioning from oil and gas, except for Guyana.
Well, they're trying to, but you see, Tesla ain't really doing too good these days, and you'll be in the market.
Exactly, because there's a big fight going on in the background to figure out who would be in control of the technologies that will be the future. Because with oil, when you think about Exxon and BP and Shell and all them controlling the economies of the world for the past 60, maybe 100 years. For the time we find oil in oil, And
weapons
who will control, What's that?
Weapons of mass destruction that we had.
Yeah. And the amount of wars that took place because of this oil and gas thing, right? Because everybody figured out, no, if technology is going to be the future, which clearly it is going to be, because the way that we apply technologies will make the world come together a lot faster. It's real hard to physically assign a value to code, and an app, and Like, where the money gonna come from? Is the money in the app store? Is the money in the subscriptions? Is the money in the people who are the big companies that are going to sign the contracts or whatnot? Wherever that money is, somebody hunting it down. And that transition period will cause real problems.
I mean, in the background, it have a lot of politics going on that affecting things too. Because I don't know if you see, like with NVIDIA, you know, they were doing good these past few months. They kind of had a boom because of AI, they need the chips and whatever.
They making the chips,
because of the whole trade war or whatever with China.
The
US cut NVIDIA supply to China or whatever, and then the prices going back down. You know, so it's like, it's all that, but then it's a real politics that going on. And, you know, if you cut stuff with China is one of the biggest producers, mass producers, everything.
Yeah, correct.
You know, so.
And then the culture in China and thing, everybody inside there willing to work hard because that is what they brought up to do. So you could get a lot of cheap labor. And then in the US, they're like, nah, we can't pay you that amount of money.
Yeah.
Like, what you feeling to this unions, all that kind of drama?
Yeah. Then plus to a lot of people, like the economy in the US, a lot of people are struggling. You know, so like to migrate, it's way cheaper right now to have a fuel-based car than to go EV, to go electric. You know, so
correct.
Like, if you get a Tesla, if you get whatever, you know, it's still way cheaper now.